does it feel to actually be one of the top performers in your region? What is that feeling, you know, especially with the backstory here? How did that feel?
No, it really ignited a new fire inside of me. I feel very proud because you come from a humble beginnings, a humble background, and to stand on a stage like this, to compete with so many people around the world in May in the EMEA region was absolutely fantastic. I mean, when you asked me that question, I still can't believe it. Even this today, when I got out of the shower, you're thinking you're coming downstairs and you've been on a platform to compete against the best in the world is unreal. So I just feel so proud. I just want to take in as much as I can.
How does it feel to be a top performer in your region? What does that feel like? And what does it feel like in the business to go back with an award?
Oh, it feels fantastic. I still remember the feeling that we all had. In fact, I mean, news travels faster. We actually WhatsApped the moment we had the award. But obviously walking back into the office with our colleagues and sharing their success, because out here we're just representing their hard work, their passion, and any kind of external recognition is very gratifying to take back to the team. It was super energy.
And what are the teams saying back home tonight? Are you getting messages of support?
Definitely yes, right. We are here and hopefully we will win the final award across the globe, having won the regional. So keeping our fingers crossed.
How does it actually feel to represent your company, MassMutual, at the regional events? What did it feel like to be doing that, and especially to be a winner?
It was fantastic because it made us feel like we were a player in the industry. Particularly walking away with a gold medal, it was just phenomenal to know that we were recognized at that level. There's a great partnership in this contact center world family, and to know that we were recognized at that level was amazing.
Hello and welcome to this free webinar. My name is Raj Wadhwani and I'm the president of ContactCenterWorld.com. I'm just going to play you a very short 30-second video and then we'll go into the agenda. Okay, welcome back. So here's what we're going to cover in this short webinar. It's going to take about 30 minutes or so, and I'm going to cover off the following topics. Firstly, who are we? Then we're going to cover why enter these awards. We're going to look at the difference between this and other award programs you may have considered or even entered in the past. Then we're going to cover off how to enter and leave you with some best practice ideas and tips. So let's start off telling you a little bit about who we are. Contact Center World is the world's largest association for contact centers and customer engagement professionals. We have about 200,000 members in over 200 countries, so a fantastic footprint around the globe. We were established in 1999 and are 100% independent. What that means is that we actually listen, we can adapt processes, we learn based on user feedback. There's very little red tape. When you talk to us, you're talking to the owners of the business and we can implement changes. And by the way, these are the 14th annual awards, so they're not something new. They're not something that we've just opened up. There's a lot of people who kind of copy what we do. We respect people copying us. We don't have a problem people trying to copy what we do, but we're always one step ahead, and we've also got a huge amount of integrity and a pedigree behind what we do, and we'll cover that off. So let's cover off now why enter. What is it that people want? Well, there's a lot of people want recognition out there, and we all know that as individuals we want recognition, and also as corporations we want recognition. Let's focus on individuals first. We want to grow, we want to develop, we also want to look like superstars in our own businesses. We want our colleagues, our peers, within the industry. We want our bosses to look at what we're doing and saying, wow, those people are amazing. Look at what they know. Look at what they've done for our business. And we're looking for ways to increase our career opportunities, have a better quality of life. That's one of the reasons people enter these particular awards, and we'll cover that as we go through. Then from a company's perspective, companies are looking for better ways to impress investors, shareholders, looking for new ways to attract staff. Maybe they're in the outsourced sector and they want to also try and win more business. That's some of the reasons why companies enter. That whole recognition that they want from within the industry. Some just want a benchmark. That's another point to remember. Some people just want to say, how are we doing? Are we doing good? Are we doing bad? Are we average? And nobody really wants to be average. We all want to be the best. So that's what we bring into this whole process. People want to focus their attention and their desire and also look at what they're doing and how they're doing it. So some companies enter because they want to focus on the good things they're doing and also focus on things that they can improve on. So we help. We help by focusing your business practices and help you improve through creative award questions. And sometimes some of those questions are actually very challenging. They make you think, yeah, why are we doing that? Or why are we not doing that? Then for individuals, there is a focus on their future. There's an opportunity for individuals to look at what they want from their career. And for you as an organization, to show your staff that you really care about their future by giving them an opportunity. And for individuals who want to enter themselves, it gives you a chance to focus on what you really want to get out of your career. And often we get individuals who just enter and maybe they don't even tell their company because they want to boost their career. They want to be special. They want to be amazing in this industry. And sometimes they don't even tell their own company they're entering because they want a future and maybe it's not with their current employer. But for companies, focus on your people, show them you really care. There's a lot of talk in this industry and I hear it time and time and time again. Oh yeah, we really care about our people, they're really valued. But it's not shown. It's not just about paying them a salary, it's about giving them career opportunities. And too many organizations hold back their staff because they don't show them really that they care. And they don't show potential recruits that they care. So this is one of the ways that you can do it. You're also in great company. We've had thousands of fantastic centres and their people who've entered over the years and seen their businesses prosper and grow. And we've also seen personal growth within individuals. We've seen people who have started off at a customer service representative level and they come back into the awards year after year after year and they get fantastic recognition, and what that means to them is that their career grows, and those same people come back again and again and now they're leaders in their organizations and they're bringing through new people from the organization into these awards because they're in great company, they know it's valuable, they know it really benefits the organization. So I'm going to talk for a moment about the problem with too many award programs out there. And I'm going to be very direct. Almost every single award program we've looked at in the industry has bias. There's people who sponsor and win awards. We see it time and time and time again. The organizations who put money into the awards program, they sponsor it, they maybe have judges on the panel, they walk away with awards. And those people are basically buying awards. We do not have that in Contact Center World. We have zero bias. You can't even bring a gift along to one of our award programs and say, here Raj, here's a gift for you. It's something from our country or our company. I won't accept it. We have zero bias. Another key issue is people win awards and they think, yeah, we won. But when you ask them why did you win, they don't know. Or if they lost, they also do not know why they lost. And that's really important. We want to be as transparent as possible. We want to make it very clear and allow you an opportunity to realize what you're doing well and maybe why you won that award so you can continue doing it, or maybe areas that you didn't do so well in and how you can improve because maybe you lost a particular award. There's a lot out there that are extremely expensive. They nickel and dime you for everything. They charge you for, hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to enter for one award category. And then if you want to enter multiple ones, they replicate that process. There's a lot of emphasis on writing essays and putting in nice fluffy documents and pretty pictures to say, hey, look, this is what we've done. And I've been involved in those kind of awards as an end user in the past, where we had to enter basically a document, and we had to make it look pretty and nice, and it took a huge amount of time, when really awards should be, what are you actually doing, not how pretty are you trying to make a document. There's no language variables in so many awards out there. We represent 200 countries around the world, and what we've built into our program is the ability, even if you don't speak English, for your staff to enter in non-English and then actually have somebody appointed by you to do the translation, so that all the translated information goes to the judges who are judging in English, but the entrant doesn't have to enter in English. There's a lot of award programs as well where recognition is just limited to the winners. It's, oh, this is the winner of this category. We have since day one been giving out international awards. We've been giving out awards where they're based on gold, silver, bronze, and even runner-up recognition. So everybody gets recognition. It's not just, oh, these guys won gold, everyone else, we're not going to tell you what you did. And there are far too many awards out there that claim to be international, but they're very much focused on domestic entrants. You know, we hear global awards where you look at the entries and 95% of them are maybe US companies. Or you look at the European awards and you look at 90% of the entrants are just from the United Kingdom. That's not international, that's not global. That is very much a domestic, where they're trying to now appeal into a few international. Another difference with Contact Center World is that our awards are really considered the premier awards in the industry. They're considered the ultimate. We've had so many people who have referred to what we do as being like the Olympics, because you've not just got company against company, you've got nation against nation. And when you have every single year over 50 different nations entering, it is a truly global awards program, and it's considered the ultimate. It's the one that everybody really wants to win at some point. And maybe there's other awards you've won along the way, but if you want to win one of these, they're very hard to win, but they give you that pride, prestige. They are ultimate for the contact center industry. Now, in our awards program, we have two options as well. It's not just about winning an award. There's a recognition component, or there's an awards component, or you can have both. So companies who just want to get recognition can go for a certificate of achievement. And what that basically means is they want to be judged in the same sort of processes as other award entrants, but they don't want to go through to the final stages and try and compete for a medal and an award. They just want some kind of recognition to say, hey, we're doing a great job, keep on doing it, guys, and we'll keep on working towards it. Ultimately, we know those organizations will want to go on and actually win physical awards and walk away with medals, and that's where the awards component comes into play. But you don't have to go for an award, you can just go for recognition and see how you're doing. Earlier on I mentioned about some of the differences between our awards as well. We have a huge amount of integrity built into everything we do. They are 100% fair and unbiased. We will not tell you anything about your competitors. We will not we will not allow anybody to influence us. We also do not allow vendors to be involved in the decision-making process or the judging process, because vendors always have a motive. And if you're a vendor listening to this, you know that when you sponsor those awards, you're looking to get into those organizations to win more business, or to recognize. Sometimes some vendors do this, they want to recognize their own customers, so it helps them try and win more business. All our awards at the initial stages are judged by people who run contact centers. Many of them are actually previous award winners. And what that means is that everybody has the same chance, whether you have 500 agents or 5 agents or 50,000. It doesn't really matter. It's not based on your brand name. It's not based on anything like the size of the center or how much money you've put into it. So let me just go through some of the processes. I was mentioning about judges. We do online judging at the initial stage, and we've been doing this since day one, since 2006 when we launched these awards. Judges do not know the company name, the entrance name. They often will not know the brand. All they will know about is here is a contact center, or here is an individual vying for an award. This is what they do. This is how they do it. And we will strip out any reference to company names or product names that could give away the potential entrant. And what we further do is, if you are an entrant in, say, the US and you apply, what will happen is your entry will be judged by people outside of the US, in particular by people in Europe and in Asia. And likewise, if you're in Asia and you apply, you'll be judged by people in Europe and Americas. So stage 1 is online. Stage 2, if you want to go for the award, is a presentation. We actually have you coming along to one of our events, and you present live in front of judges, and those judges are also contact center professionals. They run their own centers. They will look at what you're doing, they'll listen to how you're presenting and what you're sharing, your best practices, and they will use an online judging system that we've developed internally. There's no bias. We will not allow people from the same company to be involved in any judging process if their company is on stage. We have lots of checks and balances, and we also are not involved in any aspect of the judging process. I mentioned earlier as well about the difference in terms of language options. This is really important for those people who want to enter. Our system allows you to have translation in the process, and even if you go for an award, you can actually have translators presenting with you to actually get your message across. Earlier on, we also talked about just those organizations looking for recognition. They can actually just enter and duck out after stage 1. They can get recognition if they qualify, if their scores in the online judging are sufficient. They can get recognition. We'll send you a certificate which will be valid for 12 months to say that either the organization or a campaign or an individual in this particular category has been judged one of the best, and we will give you that recognition. It's judged to the same standards, by the way, as those people who are going on for the awards. And going on to the awards, I mentioned earlier, it's a competition. You come along. What you also get to experience is you get to hear and listen to all your competitors in the same space. So if you're a leader and you're going for Best Contact Center Executive, and you hear you get to hear your competitors, they get to hear you. Everybody knows what the other guys are doing, and you pick up ideas. So you're learning from others, you're looking for other things to do. It's kind of like going to the Olympics, where you've got elite athletes and they're all involved in the same process. They're not done in behind closed doors, so somebody doesn't throw like the javelin and the next person throws javelin, nobody can see what's going on. Ours is very transparent, just like the Olympics. So everybody can see everybody else and how they're performing. You know it's fair. You know there's no bias. It's very transparent. And you also pick out lots and lots and lots of ideas. We typically average about 500 ideas at one of our awards conferences. You're also surrounded by the elite in the industry at one of our awards conferences. So those finalists who get to go on to compete in the finals, you get to meet your peers. You get to make connections. These are people who will allow you to continue to grow and develop well beyond this particular award program. Your network is invaluable. What also makes us very different is that in the awards program you compete on a regional level. So you compete in North and South Americas, or Europe, Middle East and Africa, or Asia Pacific. If you win, you then go on to a global competition to compete against your peers around the world this time, and you are then going for a world championship, so to be named global champion in the chosen category that you're competing in. So it means that you get an opportunity to really go forward and not just be recognized as maybe the best in your nation, the best in your region of the world, and then best in the world. And what we're doing in 2019, here are the locations. So for any entrants who are based in North or South Americas, in May 2019 we're going to hold our awards conference in Toronto. For those who are based in Asia Pacific, our event is going to be in Phuket in Thailand, 15th to 19th July. For anybody who's based in Europe, Middle East and Africa, our event is going to be 24th to the 29th of June in Vienna. And our global event, where the best from all over the world, the best from each of these regions will be gathering to compete for world titles, will be in Barcelona, 2nd to the 6th of December 2019. So as you can see, we also pick locations that are very conducive to, very great places to go to, world-class destinations where you can go, you can network, you can learn new ideas, and you can compete. And we also make it a lot of fun as well. Now a little bit more about the awards. We also give everybody who competes, and I mentioned this earlier, everybody gets awards, and we also give medals to the gold, silver and bronze. So you can see pictures here, some of the awards and also some of the medals that everybody gets. When we talk about benchmarking, I covered this off a little bit earlier, but benchmarking is also listening to what your peers are doing, listening to what the other guys in the industry are doing, so you can learn, you can actually improve. It's not just going into a competition to see whether you won or lost, but it's also what can we do better next time, what can we improve on. And that's the real benefit of what we talk about when we talk about benchmarking. It's not just seeing some data, it's actually listening and learning and understanding what everyone else can do, and you also get the data as well afterwards as benchmarked. We also give you some fantastic free tools to measure customer engagement and employee engagement. So we've developed our own tools, Top Place to Work and Rate Our Service, and this gives you valuable data in the awards entry process, but also tools that you can use on an ongoing basis to actually establish and understand where you fit in the scheme of things. And everybody gets ranking. These are some of the organizations around the world. So we've got 4Life Direct, they're in Poland. We've got Bank Al Jazeera in Saudi Arabia on the right hand side picture. And you've got St. George Bank in Australia. Everybody gets a ranking, and you can see that we've got rankings here like rank number 1 in Europe. We also have a full program of awards, so we have awards for individuals and teams, and I'm going to give you a list of some of those awards. So as you can see here, the individual awards include everybody from the leader to the frontline professionals to the support professionals. And when it comes to company awards, we also break down a lot of these into different sizes, like contact center, ranging from small to mega. So there's 4 different divisions there. We have customer service, help desk, we also have home remote agent programs, technology innovation, recruitment campaigns, outsourcing partnerships, and many more. And new for 2019, we're also giving away free conference tickets to organizations. So as you can see here, if we have a manager or executive who attends and competes in one of our awards programs as a finalist, we will also give you a free 1-day pass for one of your rising stars. This could be a junior contestant like a customer service representative, sales representative or supervisor in any individual category. We'll give them an opportunity to come along and present and try and win an award, and they will get a free pass for a day. So it's a really good way for you to come and compete and not just try and go for that corporate award or for that leadership award, but to also give you rising stars a fantastic opportunity. And what we're also introducing is companies who book before 14th of February 2019 a place will get a full conference pass at a massive discount of just $1,000 US per full conference pass. That's massive. So if you're looking at budgeting for entering these awards, you already know that if you are going to send, say, a team of 5 managers and 5 individuals, you know the individuals are going to get their passes free. If they're customer service or one of the rising stars, and if you're 5 managers, you can get 5 people for $5,000 coming along to this event if you book and pay before 14th of February 2019. It's Valentine's Day, so that's a way to remember that particular deadline day. Now, when you enter, you want to just be very clear. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a certificate of achievement for that recognition? Are you going to look for standards awards program or premium? And I'll show you the difference between all three on the next chart. So with the certificate of achievement, it's a low entry cost for $195 per entry. You get logos and you get a certificate if you achieve the minimum standards. If you go for the top performers awards, the standard entry, it's $595 per center. So the advantage here is that you can enter one of every single award, and there's over 30, and that's the flat fee, $595. You get to compete in regional awards, and you also get benchmarking data as well if you participate in the benchmarking data. If you go for the premium, you pay $995 as an entry cost, but you can enter 2 of everything. So you can enter 2 sales professionals, 2 supervisors, 2 trainers. You can enter 2 different outbound campaigns, etc., etc. Now we're going to cover how to enter. It's really straightforward. Go to contactcenterworld.com and there is a section for awards entry. Remember that because you're doing it online, each and every entry is going to be reviewed by judges around the world. They're going to be invited to do this online, and the top 3 will come along to one of our conferences and you'll present. But if you want to win an award, you have to attend as a finalist. You can't say, oh well, I don't want to come along. You can get a certificate of achievement for your recognition purposes, but if you want a physical award, you have to be there to present. And what we also do is we also have an awards dinner on the last day, and as I stated earlier, the gold winners then compete in a global event in December in Barcelona. Now I'm showing you a picture of our website. You can see the awards link in the menu bar there. When you click on that, it would actually take you to a complete awards website where you've got everything from an overview, the categories, how to enter. You can look at past winners. There's frequently asked questions, and we also highlight some other awards like Dream Team, Industry Champion and Top Place to Work, which I'll cover briefly in a short while. It's really important to note as well that when you enter, all the information is confidential and only seen by you, our staff and judges. Nobody else actually will get to see that information. We don't publish it externally. We don't let anybody who's not a judge or our own staff or your own team see the information. What is important though is when you're answering questions, do not include your company name, your company brand, your individual name or client names unless we specifically ask for it, because we do not want judges to make any predetermined or to have any bias just by looking at your company name. If you upload photos and videos, make sure that you blank out any reference to your company names or individual names so that judges cannot see them. Even when you're uploading documents for, say, a community awards program to show, to get letter of thanks from different organizations, make sure your own company name, individual names are blanked out, even addresses. A few tips when you're filling in the forms. Please, what we recommend is that you write all answers in a Word document and then spell check before copying across into the online form. It's surprising how many people actually still enter online and they make some bad spelling mistakes. So please just check your English before posting, and then only then submit your entry. What we do in the first few questions, we ask you about industry sector, are you a bank, insurance company, etc. We also ask you a bit about the center, and then we ask you about job roles and responsibilities. And again, in those, please no company names. Avoid acronyms when you're filling in these, like IVR, ACD, because different people use different acronyms and we don't want them to be misinterpreted. We always ask you for additional information. This is one of the most overlooked parts of the forms. It's really important. Summarize your entry, okay? Don't just leave it blank and say, oh, I've got nothing else to add. Summarize why you think you should be judged one of the best, why you should be a finalist. And remember, this is your chance to beat the competition. If everything looks the same at this moment in time, you need to pull out all the stops and say, what else can we put in there that will give a judge a really good reason to score us highly and why we should win. If you are named a finalist, we also ask you some questions like, what would you present in front of judges? Here you want to cover really important points of your entry, kind of summarize what you will, what sets you apart, what makes you different, and this will help remind you that you've covered all the important points in the entry form. But bear in mind, this last question, if you're named a finalist, isn't judged. It's really to help you focus and make sure you've covered everything that you should cover. So what are the next steps? Well, decide if you want to go for an awards or certificate of achievement. Enter as soon as possible. Don't leave it till the end of the deadline, because that will always cause you some issues. Pay your entry fee. Ask us for help if you need it. Budget for the awards conference for 2019. We've already told you if a manager or executive goes along, there's a flat fee of $1,000 if you book before the 14th of February, and if an individual enters and they go and they're also a finalist, if they're a customer service rep or a sales rep, they get a free ticket. So you can budget for it straight away. You know the destinations, you know the dates, you can look at travel options. Budget for it now. And what's really important is that we have a messaging system, which we have on Contact Center World. Always make sure you're checking your messages. I'm showing you a small image of what it looks like on the right hand side. There is a message center. Any important messages are always posted there regarding your entry. So don't just wait for emails, because they may get blocked by your spam filter, or your IT department may block us for some reason. Everything that's important should always be in your message box. And before I close, I mentioned some additional awards. We have a Dream Team Award. DREAM stands for Develop, Reward, Energize, Appreciate and Motivate. This is given to companies who actually enter multiple individuals in the awards and they become finalists. We have an Industry Champion Award, which is for individuals and companies who are actually helping to raise the profile of our industry. And we have a Top Place to Work Employee Engagement Awards that we run every year. These are another awards that you can enter. And finally, I would encourage all of you, if you're looking at this and you get a chance to come along to our event in Prague in 5th to 9th of November, come to our World Finals, our global event where we've got the best from Europe, Asia, Middle East, Americas, Africa, coming along to represent what they're doing and how they're doing it. And these are the best in the industry in 2018. It will give you a really good insight into what to do for 2019 as well, and you can get some fantastic ideas which will not just help you on your entry process, but will also give you some ideas about how you can improve your contact center business. Thank you for watching this presentation. Wish you lots of success. My 30 minutes is now up, so I'm going to say goodbye and good luck. Thank you.